Hello, everyone. This is James, the IT guy for the podcast here. Just want to do a little insert warning here of parental discretion is advised kind of thing. These guys were cut loose a little more than usual for this episode, which is great. They just wanted to unwind, just be themselves kind of thing, and it's hilarious. So we've been debating whether or not to bleep a lot of stuff or don't bleep a lot of stuff, but at the very least to put a parental discretion advised at the beginning of this podcast to kind of give people a heads up. Nothing too rancid, not a lot of profanity words or anything of that nature, but it is more loose than usual in what we have in mind for the podcast. But again, these guys just want to kick back, be their real selves, and we hope everyone does enjoy. So with that being said, do enjoy the show.
Is that how we're testing the mic today? No. Let me explain what that sound was, by the way. That is the Critter Getter Breakfast Special. Welcome to the Mike in the Mountain, by the way. Thank you for joining us. I'm the Mike, Brian Gary, along with the Mountain, Scott Sisco. Yeah, and what the hell are you eating? I can hear it clicking around over there. So go ahead and crunch into the mic. I think we should all hear the deliciousness.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, lay it on me.
It's honey Greek yogurt.
The yogurt?
And protein granola.
So you've mixed yogurt with...
You got to, man. You can't just do granola.
You know what it looks like?
No. Don't go there.
It looks like a bowl of mayonnaise with bird feed rolled in it.
Man.
Come on, it does. It does. Which I believe is probably the most disgusting thing you could have. But
Stop. Could you have waited till I got a little closer to the end?
Here's the thing. As you know, the Mike in the Mountain, of course, it's about wildlife education. It's about a lot of things. It's about getting you into Cisco MWE and all that. But it's also about our lives and everyday stuff. And right now I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off.
What? You didn't get a bowl? Is that you're upset you didn't get a bowl? Aren't you?
No, well, yes, in many ways. But what I'm pissed about is me. I'm pissed at me right now. I'm pissed
what do you
at
mean
me.
You're pissed at you?
I'm pissed at me.
Why are you pissed at you?
Well, I'm going to tell you why I'm pissed at me. Number one, my goal was to say piss 8 times, and I think I just hit it. But
Did you combine
did I
you
go?
and me?
Did I go? Was that about
Was
8,
it 8?
James? Okay.
It was 8.5.
8.5. Okay. Anyway, but throughout this, okay, everyone calls it a quarantine. Everything. Look, it's not a quarantine. All right, it's being sequestered like a jury.
Sequestered.
Yeah, that was.
You
it.
know,
It
I
wasn't a
hunted one of
quarantine.
them one time.
A sequester?
There I was.
Sounds like a
High in
Seuss
the Rocky
character.
Mountains.
Do your sequester call.
I can't.
No, you got
no,
to
I
do
don't.
it.
I don't want.
Come
okay,
on,
okay,
man.
I'm gonna. No, I can't.
Okay,
I
all
can't.
right,
Yeah,
all right.
I
You
can't.
gotta get
The
loose
word gets
before
out,
that.
dude, and everybody's sequestering.
Well, and we get all those horny sequesters coming to the door.
Well, and then you get a
when let out that
quarantine looking
breeding
for a
push.
sequester.
Oh man,
Brother,
no, there
yeah,
ain't enough
no,
mops in the world.
no.
Anywho, why I'm why I'm mad at myself is
yeah.
during this isolation, quarantine, whatever you want to call it, I have gotten softer than a marshmallow. I'm telling you, it's not like I've blown up, but I had been so fitness oriented. If you don't know my story, I was one who was near 400 pounds through most of my adult life. Would shoot up insulin, 5 to 6 times a day to try to keep diabetes under control. Then one day I decided to get my shit together and I lost 140 pounds. Not in one day, but one day I decided to go for it.
It was 1 year, right?
In 7 months.
7
7
months.
months I lost 140
7
pounds.
months, man.
And got rid of diabetes. I
Right,
have not done this-
everybody wants to know that secret, bro. I'm one of them. Dude. Listen. I commit to a lot of things. I can do a lot of stuff, but I'm telling you what. I think, generally speaking, for society, man, weight loss is a huge deal. I mean, it's. How did you do it? I mean,
here's the thing: is being heavy affects so many things you don't realize, and one of them is your self-esteem and your confidence. And there's so many people who are overweight who say, I just hate going out. I don't like to go out. Oh, I hate the sunshine and all that. Where actually you're still just mad at yourself. And I know this. I can speak this. Fat people can tell fat jokes or talk about it because I've been there. I've walked the walk. I know it. All right.
I'm getting there.
Well,
The COVID diet, I've put 28 pounds on, brother.
Well, here's the thing. That's what I want to talk about. I had gone from about 380 down to 193. Okay, during that period of time, from 380 pounds down to 193 in 7 months, and then I'd been keeping it off. Well, throughout the last year and a half, it'd be like, I can live with that 5 that came on. There's a couple more. And then I would get to 200 and I go, all right, that's my line. If I can stay at 200 or below, then I'm good.
Right.
Well, then this COVID thing hit. And it became really easy to just sit there and go, there's really nothing I can do as you're eating jelly beans or, you're grabbing that candy bar or doing something that you shouldn't be doing, which but you figured, look, I'll get it together when this is done. Well, here's the thing. I kept putting off. I got on the scale the other day and it wasn't horrible. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was, but it was still 20 more than I wanted to see. So I have taken it upon myself. This is Operation Firecracker, meaning that by the 4th of July, I want to look hot as a firecracker. All right? That's my goal.
Come on,
so
baby.
I am encouraging anybody else who is feeling what I'm feeling right now, who maybe has been, hanging out and let themselves get a little softer than they wanted to. Now is the time to set a goal for yourself and to go for it. I'm going for 20 pounds by the 4th.
20 pounds.
If you pick, you might just need to get rid of 5. You might want to get rid of 10. You might have some other goal. Just pick one and go for it and just decide that over the next month, you're going to get yourself healthier. When you feel healthier, you're able to do more. You're better for yourself. You're better for your family. You're better for your employer. You're better all the way around. And you just feel good when you get up. See, I'm one of those guys who can wake up and I will lay in bed and think about everything that lies ahead, and I will kick my own ass before I get out of bed. Where I've already let the day beat me and I haven't even approached it yet because I've run it through in my head and I don't win.
Right.
Where if I wake up and attack the day before it attacks me, like I get up
That's
with
a
that
good point,
attitude
man.
that I'm going to go get it.
Right.
It changes your mindset. And that's what the whole thing about getting healthy is, it's changing your mindset. So, Operation Firecracker underway. I am bound and determined. Now, we're just a couple weeks into it. By the 4th of July, I'm going to be down that 20. And I'll keep you up to date on podcasts, let you know where I'm standing. My daughter has decided she wants to join in because she's done the same thing I have over this. What about you granola eating yogurt?
Come on, man.
What is it? You're already starting with that.
Well, listen, I got to, man. And let's talk about this a little more, man. First of all, let's make the point that there's nothing wrong with soft people, okay?
No.
I happen to be a soft person lover myself.
I loved me.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
I love y'all Barbies, but baby, come on. That's a whole nother podcast. James, don't hit the red button.
If you hear something, it's James' head shaking. Good
touch,
Lord.
Don't touch the red button.
No, hit the red button because that sends a jolt to him. Okay?
No, man, but you're pissed off about this. I got to tell you, as somebody that knows you and has seen this transformation, this is something I struggle with. I'm not a heavy person. But, there is some weight that I'd like to get off. Man, when I put on weight, it's on the gut, and it comes off the gut. Dr. Pepper. I can quit drinking Dr. Pepper, and within a week to 2 weeks, I've dropped 10, 15 pounds. It's amazing. But, dude, it pisses me off when I think about, and I'm not saying your battle was weak by no means. It was easy by no means. But, dude, for me knowing you and watching you and doing this in 7 months, that sounds a little defeating to me. So to hear you talk about the little things like first thing in the morning, man, you're laying there in bed and you think about the day and you make those that mindset right then. That's huge for me because I'm one of those guys. I've lost, but I don't pursue it or judge it. Here I am eating granola and yogurt and my palate's saying no, my stomach's saying yes, my body's saying yes. But dude, it does. It pisses me off a little bit to have watched you transform in 7 months because, there's a lot of people out there, brother, that want to do what you've done and they got to, it's a mental thing. There's a lot of mental. Yeah, and there's people, they need that help, man. They got to understand, Brian, what did you do? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's important moving forward that we touch base on that and go into that a little more as you're trying to help me get some of the belly fat off. And maybe it's going to help the people listening, man. And just these simple things that you're talking about, that mindset first thing in the morning.
I want you to know that you are capable of doing anything you put your mind to. When you say, I'm going to do this and 100% dive in, failure is not an option and it does not happen. It cannot happen. If you are in control, you are in 100% control. Nobody forces a damn thing down your throat. Nobody makes you do anything. Everything you do is of your own choice and free will. You just have to want it bad enough. If you commit yourself to, I want this and will not fail, and I'm not going to let anything stand in my way, get selfish as hell, you can do absolutely anything.
I get what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. But listen, man, that's not me. Everybody's mentally different and capable of doing what they're capable of doing. And what I guess I'm trying to say, man, is for those people out there, I hear you. I hear you loud and clear. It goes in one ear, but most of it's slipping out the other. I can't figure out for me how to get that mindset. I get it once I finished a sleeve of double stuffed Oreo cookies and a cup of milk. Then I get mad. And I'm not going to lie to you, like I told you the other day. I'm starting to realize, because my hunger hits so hard and fast, dude, it's like I tap out. I'm not even there. And next thing you know, man, I've killed a whole sleeve of double stuffed cookies. But man, I'm recognizing it before now. And I'm starting, so it's these little steps. And again, everybody's different. I hear what you're saying, but I can guarantee you there's a lot of people out there that are listening to this going, yeah, I hear you, Brian. I wish I could.
Yeah, but you can.
But you can.
Yes, you can if you totally want to. And here's what I did. I had to I need little hits of dopamine. Which means
little hits of what?
Dopamine.
Oh, dopamine.
Which is what your body creates when you have success or excitement or something that drives you. You need those little things. So that's why little goals along the way gave me dopamine. You know, when I was trying to lose, it's okay, well, in another 5 pounds, I'll be at a weight I haven't been since I was 12. You know, so you would use those things. And then each week you hit another barrier, you hit another time. You put that into it, because looking at something just at once, I'm going to lose 30 pounds sounds way big.
Right.
Sounds way big. But when you take it a bite at a time, and you just said,
bite at a time.
It's a bite at a time, which
Kinda
sounds
like
funny
this
when you're
yogurt
trying to.
and granola.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I'm looking at it, and I know it's a bite at a time. But double stuffed Oreo cookies in a glass of milk, and just, you drop 3 at a time, and you time it to 10 Mississippi. When you start pulling them out one at a Sorry, I'm sorry. That ain't helping nothing.
No, that's working against
That ain't helping. Yeah, that's.
See that, but what I do, I get hungry and I go, oh no, I gotta eat. I'm starving, and starving. Yeah,
right.
I'm starving. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I've watched. I know
starving?
Gandhi went, weeks to months without food.
That bad Mamma Jamma was starving.
I'm sure he was hungry as hell.
He was hungry.
You overcome it. You watch shows like Survivor, Naked and Afraid.
But wait a minute.
You watch
Society, Gandhi never got introduced to a Big Mac. He never seen no Big Mac.
He was aware of its presence.
Oh,
yes,
man.
He was. Gandhi never hit a drive-through. You can't.
No, but he was hitting the dopamine too, if you know what I'm saying.
That's what made it easier to avoid the drive-through.
Well, yeah.
That's what.
And that don't work for me.
Well, then don't.
That is not.
You need different dopamine to help you not go into anything other than the granola.
No, there I was.
But the minute you care, look, if you were
the dopamine, there was a sequester moving in on me. Next thing you know, I was telling myself, this is not a quarantine. This is a legit sequester.
Yeah.
But the dopamine that I took a hit of had me thinking otherwise. And I went for a Big Mac.
You seem to have twisted my message.
I'm just trying to share with you the way things work in here, my man.
And believe me, I'm still trying to figure that out, dude. That is one scary place in there.
Oh, baby, it's beautiful.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I know. You just spit granola and yogurt into the new spit guard James put on the mic.
You're going to have to rinse this out.
Good Lord. All right, so anyway, that's my mission. That's why I was pissed off.
Yeah,
I am going to, and I'm already, I'm going to eat once a day. What got me was I set numbers. I would have no more than 25 carbs in a day, and I would make sure that I would eat 100 grams of protein in a day.
Wait a minute. 20, what is that, a bite of bread?
Yes. You can have a slice of bread. Then that would be your carbs for the day. But let me tell you this. There's no carbs in a steak. There's no, see, we're talking meat. I basically look at it as the Noah diet. If he brought it over on the ark, I'll eat that.
Amen.
Yeah,
Amen.
you know, that's right.
Amen. Genesis 9:3, baby.
He brought all of them. Again, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah, if he brought them, they're edible. That's it. Yeah, he didn't bring a bunch of tomatoes and cucumbers.
No, that just got blown in the birds carried it over. And you know what? I don't know, but let's
This may
talk
not
about
be biblically
that.
accurate, but
Have you tried the new Burger King Ultimate Burger? Have you tried that?
no, but I want to film you eating the
Me?
meatless burger. Oh yeah,
You I'm not sure that would be even video worthy. I don't.
James? Yeah, definitely video worthy. Have you ever tried fake meat or something?
Tried what?
Lab created meat.
Like silicone?
Have you ever shot a beaker?
No, but there I was taking a hit of dopamine.
When
Sequester was moving in. Somebody sequestered a beaker. God help us.
Oh man, I got another beef I got to get out, and then you can talk about
I'm all
whatever
about
you want.
beef.
But
Talk beef,
I
baby.
felt I needed to get these things off my chest.
You know what? Get them off, man.
Because I think what this is for. Yeah, we want to educate, but also
We do.
I need therapy.
Oh, yeah.
I need to get some things
Bro,
off my chest.
therapist fired me. Did I tell you about that? I didn't tell you the
No,
story.
but
And
I'm not
sure.
surprised. Why don't you- what-
and there you go wanting to give me a meatless burger. And I'm telling you, my therapist told me, Scott, there's not a lot I can do for you. No, for real. I'm not making this shit up. I got witnesses. No, I'm not kidding, man. I am
When you
not
make
kidding.
your therapist throw in the towel, dude, was that first visit?
Well, I think he probably ended up having to seek therapy after meeting with me. I don't know what happened. I was just sharing my life story.
I know I drink more than I used to.
Well, maybe it was a sequester or quarantine, or it could have been the beaker. I don't. For me, it was a white ball. Okay, it was a big white ball. And when I went into that point, he told me, he said, Scott, I think we should probably take a break. You're going through a lot right now, and I'm like, wait a minute, isn't this why I'm seeing you?
The dude went out and had a drink and a big fat doobie,
he
and he
totally
went out.
He gave me this number, and he says, call me if you ever need me. Dude, when I call that number, he goes, doo-doo-doo. I don't know, man. I can't get a hold of the guy. I'm not kidding, man. I'm serious.
What's funny is 911 operators play the same noise if Scott tries to call them.
Right. It's him. Don't
I'm
answer.
sorry, sir. All right, but back to the other thing that's got me a little bit jammed up right now. All right, have you ever gone to plug something in your home?
No.
No,
No,
okay.
I don't like plugging.
Oh,
I don't,
okay.
Yeah, I don't like plugging
this
shit
brings
in.
me- and we'll tell you why about that sometime.
Yeah, I don't
It's gotten electricity.
light
I think.
switches and-
Yeah, any of that. But I'm sure it's happened to you, where you go to plug something into the wall, and it's such a loose plug that your cord kind of falls right out. Have you ever had that where the
Wow,
outlet?
I don't know, wait.
No, we're talking electrical cords. Not
okay.
a euphemism for anything.
Right.
All right, this is not.
Sequester.
This is straight up actual. I mean the words I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
When
Because
you
I didn't know
take
if
an
you were
elec-
alluding.
No, let's picture an orange extension cord.
Orange? What
Yes.
is orange?
Okay, you're colorblind. All right. You make things so damn different. Jackie! That's you make things so difficult.
No, I don't.
Okay,
Listen.
picture any colored extension, a gray extension cord.
Now you're talking.
All right, and you go to plug it into the wall, and you notice it doesn't grab. It's kind of loose. And my fear is that plug's going to slip out and cause an arc and do some kind of firing. All right, which would be bad. James, have you ever had a sloppy plug?
As an IT guy, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so my question is, if that plug is slipping out, do you grab the prongs of the extension cord and pull
Not
them
while it's
out
plugged
more?
in.
Not while it's plugged in, because
Okay,
you couldn't
okay.
grab the prongs.
Okay.
All right, when you unplug it and hold it safely in your hands where you're grounded, and you pull, do you pull the prongs out further apart, or do you push them closer together to get a better grip in the outlet?
Well, I'm curious. Do they make a plug pump?
A plug pump? Oh, to fill it
They
in?
expand your plug.
They probably do, but that's a different doctor. I'm talking about. God, James just gets scared as I do. Where's he going? Where's he going? This seemed like such a simple topic. Have you ever plugged something in and had it fall out?
Oh, well, that problem.
Okay, anywho, to most of us, this has been an issue.
Something behind this?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And if you would help in any way whatsoever, I get there. No, you're not.
No, really, I'm trying.
If this is trying.
You got to understand how I comprehend.
Dude.
That's what
your
my therapist
mother was
said.
a saint.
That's what everybody says. I don't get it.
All right, back to the sloppy plug.
Yeah. Oh, there we were.
All right, now, do
Moist
you prong
with
it out
apprehension.
further to make it bigger, or do you push it closer together? James, give me an answer from back there.
I would go pinch it in that way because it pinches the center of the thing. Eventually, you just need to replace the whole damn plug.
Fully aware of that. Fully aware
a
of.
temporary solution?
Yes.
Pinch it in.
Okay, I had never heard of the pinch method. For all of my life, I've been a spread it method. Because it makes more sense to me. It's like I think of, okay, if I'm just gripping onto a pole, if I'm just gripping like this, like I'm gripping the microphone,
do it one
hold
more
it
time.
on,
Do it again.
just grip it.
Oh my God!
I can't hold it that long, and
you
I'm not
totally
going to
got
be
it.
able to stay there.
And you're shaky.
All right, if your cord has good strong thighs, it might be able to use that bottom plug to hold it in. Okay, but my daughter says you squeeze it in. I had never heard of that. I'm one who, I'm stretching out. I'm filling up that thing because I think you got to bend the plug out to touch the sides and get better contact.
That is just common red-blooded American.
Wouldn't that make sense?
I mean,
and then when you wedge it in there, it's going to spread out further, so it's going to stick.
Oh, see?
Where
Now you're
if you
talking
do
my
the
lingo.
squeeze method, to me, it's just going to get loosey. You can't hold on that long.
Well, it could be the outlet. I mean, let's talk about.
No, we know it's the outlet.
potential-
I need to get that done. But it was something I had never discussed before, and I didn't know there was even another option. I had never heard of the squeeze method.
I'm really struggling on what the topic is again. I'm torn between.
Welcome to my world. This is the way I feel every time I go out with you. Okay? So this one's about me.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Okay.
so-
Well, like my therapist told me, I'm sorry, Brian. I can't help you. No, I'm not lying about that. I mean, I'm serious.
So I think what we've learned today is I'm going to try to lose some weight.
Oh, yeah.
And I've got a sloppy plug.
There you go.
All right? That's
As time goes on,
yes.
the elasticity of the
Human
receptacle
skin? Yes. No.
Can wear.
James, do you have the button? Do you have
We're
the
beyond the button. I'm in edit mode right now. So, y'all can hear me. You hear a bunch of stiffs. I apologize in advance.
See, I've had so many friends say to me since we started this, what's it going to be about?
Oh, yeah. Well, God help them. Do you think, I mean,
you
seriously,
think we
our
know?
people are going to listen to this?
This is what
mean, do
it's
they
about.
And we've been practicing this for
Oh, this is scripted.
the third time?
I wrote this all. We've been practicing all week. This is
I gotta-
verbatim what I wrote.
I got to tell you, I've heard you laugh as many people have on the radio through the years.
Yes.
But this laugh we're hearing the last couple of times, this is unlike, I mean, dude, you got tears in your eyes.
Oh, dude.
I mean,
This is I've been set free, and I don't know what I was tied to, but they were
wasn't
using
a
a sloppy
receptacle.
plug. Oh, good Lord Almighty, help
man.
us.
Yeah.
I'm thinking next podcast we'll probably talk about something wildlife.
Wait, were we?
Yeah, I think we were because we are wildlife.
We absolutely are.
No, there's no doubt about it. But we also know we want to use this as a forum for education for wildlife and all that. But we also want to use it as just a way to let off some steam, to help us bond, and to make you smile now and then too. Because
Listen,
there's
man,
nothing better for the spirit.
There's nothing better. You and I, we're both of the same cut in that we love to make people happy, man. We want people to smile, enjoy life, especially times we're in. especially times we're in, man. It is important that you tap into things like this and hopefully not need a therapist when you're done talking to us.
Because we don't have anyone to
refer
recommend.
one. I mean,
Actually,
had
I
one.
know. I do have one. I do have one if you need them. All right. So that
Are
works.
you sure you want me
He won't
to
see
use
me
someone
in,
you know?
No, he won't see us in person. It's just a phone call.
Not good for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Phone call. That
Yeah.
brings up. We got to talk about that sometime.
What? Oh,
Yeah, I needed a doctor, and it was
Oh.
middle of the night, and I'd been procrastinating this for some time. A real funny feeling between the cheekage.
yes.
And
yes.
yeah,
Oh, yes.
and
yes.
so I asked Siri, at the time, we're divorced now,
Yeah.
to look up a proctologist for me,
Yes.
and she did, and there it was, name and number. So I went ahead and I thought middle of the night, I'm trying to get out of this, man. I'm embarrassed. I don't know what to do.
But you've reached the point where you want help.
I got to do something, man. There's a crab apple between my butt cheeks. Okay. Don't hit the red button, James. This
No, it's red as a
stays
crab
clean.
apple, that button.
Yeah. So I call up this doctor, and I knew I was going to get his recording. You know, they ain't going to answer the phone in the middle of the night. So I
No.
left a message, and I felt like, you know what? I got it off my chest. I made the call. Man, it's up to them now. Because it's hard. It's hard.
It's
man.
not easy to talk about.
Well, he calls me back, and he says, Mr. Sisco, I got a message from you. And this guy had the smoothest monotone you could ever hear from anybody. I mean, it tripped me out a little bit. So he says, I got a call from you last night. And he said, wanted to know if there's something I can do to help you. And I said, yeah, doc. I said, we got to talk. Now, listen, prior to this, I went online and I researched so that I knew what I was talking about. I researched all this going on with this roid, right?
Yes.
And I wanted to sound like I was, I know what's going on. So
A
I
roid authority.
proceeded to tell this gentleman, and he was so polite. Man, he didn't interrupt me one time. He let me just spell it out there, man. I mean, Brian, I spelt it out so good, man. You could envision it. You
Yes.
knew what was going on, okay? All right? You knew what was going on.
Yes.
And when I got to the end of me rattling like a BB in a boxcar, he says, Mr. Sisco, I've got a couple things. First of all, I am sorry for the uncomfortable situation you're in. Secondly, Mr. Sisco, and he starts to chuckle a little. He goes, I'm a psychologist, not a proctologist. and God loving me, he said, if there's anything I can do at the other end of the body, human body, to help you in the future, or you need to talk about this, give me a call. But Scott, I can't help you with that situation. So needless to say, I got me and Siri, we divorced. She obviously wasn't listening to me. Didn't hear me clearly, and I was very upset about it. So now it's me and Google have a thing now, and life is good. But I gotta imagine that that had to have been the call of the month, maybe even the year, amongst his buddies sitting around at lunch, talking about, listen to this, man. This guy calls me up.
See, I'm thinking this is nature's way of letting you know something, because people know more about you when you think. Because when you call somebody and say, you've got a pain in your ass, and the first thing they do is check your head, they know your head is usually up there. So that's...
Well, they asked me if I was married with kids.
That's well, yeah, that takes care of everything.
Love you, Jackie. I love you, baby.
One last phone story with Critter Gator. This is why I talk about many times when I'm giving a speech as Brian Gary Happiness Warrior. I talk about how cell phones can be so dangerous, and they should come with warning labels for all they do. And one of the things that they can do is cause straight up embarrassment, which is what happened with me one day, where it was kind of rainy out, and I'm thinking I'm going to flirt with my wife. I'm going to do one of these flirty texts, and I send her this. Shut up! I send her this message that says, "Hey baby, it's raining out. Made me think of you. What do you say we snuggle on the couch and watch a movie tonight?"
And brother, you turned me on.
Send. And a second later, I get ding, and I'm like, wow. That didn't take long. She's in. I look down. Oh, message from Scott. And I
thought he's trying to take this to another level.
But didn't you enjoy the movie?
Dude, I'd have snuggled you. I'd have been there for you, man. I'd have snuggled you, man.
I know you would have, and that's what brothers do. I thank you for checking out this podcast, and I do want you in the comments section down below. I talked about how I'm jumping into Operation Firecracker, and I'm going to lose this weight by the 4th of July. If you want to get yourself growing and you say, hey, I'm jumping in on this challenge with these guys too, and I'm just going to get myself a little healthier, take the Operation Firecracker Challenge. Let me know you're in. And just comment underneath, I'm in, because I'd like to know that there's others who are taking this little journey towards better us, with us. So we'd love to have you along. So make sure you comment below and let us know whether you want to be in on this as well. And we'll kind of keep each other on track throughout the next few weeks as we get closer to the 4th of July. But, thanks for checking out the Mike in the Mountain today. Be sure to check out Sisco MWE. Be sure to check out the Mike in the Mountain website. We're constantly adding. We're getting new things all the time. Getting ready to launch a lot of new videos and things like that. So there's so much excitement building under here. It's unbelievable. I'm just so happy to be a part of it. But thanks for spending some time with us today, getting to where you're going and letting us ride along with you. And until next time, it's the Mike in the Mountain. And remember, keep wildlife
wild. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
I like the I like the
Yeah, that last part out of all.